Across these past 2,000 years, men and women, scholars and skeptics and philosophers have wrestled with the question, who was Jesus of Nazareth? A man whose simple and unfettered life has forever altered the course of mankind. Over these past 2,000 years, we've struggled to understand who he is. Who was this Jewish carpenter? Was he simply a misunderstood religious reformer? Or was he a prophet whose message of love and forgiveness resulted in his own death? Or was he, as the Christian believes, God incarnate, the Word made flesh, full of grace and truth? To address those questions and to help us to understand the enormity of the implications of who this man was, the Faith and Science Lecture Forum has invited scholars from two of the world's great religions, Islam and Christianity, to help us understand who this person was. Who was the Jesus of the Quran, and who was the Jesus of the Bible? Our original intent in the design of our debate was to have two scholars representing both of these great religions to help us address this question and again to understand their implications. But unfortunately, Dr. Jamal Badawi chose not to attend tonight's debate. And as a consequence, William Lane Craig, who is a professor of research at Talbot School of Theology, will not be also able not to participate. We want to thank you in advance for your understanding and your forgiveness of that complication. But the Faith and Science Lecture Forum is quite pleased to have Ms. Peggy Waymeyer as tonight's debate moderator. Ms. Waymeyer is probably recognizable to many of you in that she is the chief religion correspondent for ABC World News Tonight. She has interviewed religious scholars as well as religious skeptics from all over the world and is quite adept at handling and helping us to navigate tonight's difficult questions. Please join with me in offering a warm welcome to Ms. Peggy Waymeyer.
Great. It's a pleasure to be your moderator this evening. My job is partly to keep things running on time and partly to make sure we keep the discussion focused. And as you know, the topic tonight is, who is the real Jesus? The Jesus of the Quran or the Jesus of the Bible? And lest any of you worry about this going over your heads, you don't have to worry, because you know what they say about journalists: our knowledge is a mile wide and an inch deep. So during our question-answer time, one of my jobs too is to make sure that we can all understand from these scholars some of the details. And we'll hopefully we'll be able in the question-answer time to expound on things, expand things, and also do some enlightening. Here's how it'll work tonight. We're going to start with the debate, and I'm going to introduce our distinguished guests in just a second. But we're going to start, each debater we'll start with one, Mr. Smith first for 15 minutes. We'll talk about who is the Jesus of the Bible. Mr. Ali will have 10 minutes of rebuttal. Mr. Smith will have another 5 minutes. Then we'll switch over, and Mr. Ali will have 15 minutes. Mr. Smith, 10 minutes to respond, and Mr. Ali, another 5 minutes. And then they'll each have 12 minutes for closing comments. And then we're going to have a 30-minute Q&A in which I'll be asking the questions. Then there'll be an intermission, and then we'll take questions from the audience and also, as I understand it, from our internet audience. So let's begin by introducing our guests tonight. We have Mr. Shabir Ali, who is an accomplished and experienced Islamic apologist who has debated and lectured in the United Kingdom, Canada, Norway, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. Those are just some of the countries. There are many others. I won't list them all. He is a student of comparative religions whose goal is to present a comprehensive message of Islam to people of all faiths or people of no faith at all. Mr. Ali is currently president of the Islamic Information and Dawah Center International, based in Toronto, Canada. He emigrated to the United States from Guyana in 1978. And Shabir Ali is married and has 4 children, he just told me earlier, from 12 to 18, I believe, so he's got his hands full. Next, we have with us Jay Smith. Jay is the son of American missionaries to India. his long-standing interest in the theology and the origins of Islam has led him to enter into a doctoral program in Islamic studies in England. Mr. Smith has debated the majority of leading Muslim apologists in the world today, including Jamal Badawi and Shabir Ali. This is not their first meeting. In addition, he recently debated Benazir Bhutto, former Prime Minister of Pakistan. Jay is one of the leading Christian authorities on the historicity of early Islam and the Quran, and he currently resides with his wife and 3 sons in London. I think we are going to begin tonight with Mr. Smith. Your first 15 minutes, and I will not actually be stopping them. They have timers, but if you all go over more than 30 seconds or so, I have been alerted that I am to butt in.